Hi. Sorry, you just caught me listening to some music that I hope won't get me a copyright strike. Okay, this rather convoluted setup is because of a question from Dav Flav, who says, new subscriber here, enjoying your videos. Also, I'm interested in how you find the time in your day to listen to all your CDs. Maybe a video idea. And I thought, yes, it's a brilliant idea, because I think for a lot of people, that look at a big collection of CDs. Not that mine's enormous, but it's at about 1,400 CDs, I think, something like that at the moment, maybe about 100 LPs. How on earth do you find time in the day to listen to it? As you can see, I listen at home quite a lot. It's the weekend. I'm recording this on a Saturday, and I tend to spend my Saturdays and Sundays, if I'm pootling about the house, listening to things. It's not always Richard Wagner, but when I've got a video to record, I don't want a copyright strike. Yeah, it's as good as any, right? But I usually listen to albums during the day as I'm pottering about, as I'm getting things done, as I'm making meals, eating meals, that sort of thing. So during the day, I will probably listen to, if I'm at home, I could listen to 3, 4, 5 albums a day, something like that. They tend to vary in between CDs and vinyl. Because and leaning maybe slightly towards the vinyl, because during the week I tend not to listen to so much vinyl, because when I get back in the evenings, I don't want to have the stereo on too loud, so I tend to listen to CDs during the week on my portable CD player. So this I reviewed fairly recently, and as you can see, I've got a little bit of Metallica, Ride the Lightning, playing in that one at the moment. So that I had on the way into town earlier on today, because I went and did a bit of a charity shop run and just to see what I could find there. There's a video on the channel. It's the previous one before that. But I also, on the way to work, I will listen to this. So it takes me about an hour to commute either way. So I can listen to an album or two in each direction. The moment I'm commuting by train, and trains in this country, at any rate in the UK, are quite often delayed. So sometimes you can listen to 3, 4, 5 albums just waiting for trains going there and back during the course of the day. So I'd say the bulk of my listening is done like that. And then in the evenings, or certainly the weekends, I'll put vinyl on, or I'll put a CD on my CD player, something like that. And then during the course of the day, I'll put music on. But whenever I'm out and about, this is the way that I consume music for the most part. So I'd say I'll probably listen to, on average during the week, maybe 10 to 15 albums commuting, and then maybe another, 5 to 10 albums over the course of the weekend, something like that. So you can see you can get through them. So the other thing is, it's slightly dependent on how many albums I will order during the course of a month. Some months I might only buy in 20 or 30 albums, and therefore it's quite easy to sort of because I want to try and listen to the new stuff before it gets put away on the shelf, wherever possible. Sometimes that's possible. Sometimes it becomes a bit of a sort of task. If you buy 100 albums during the course of the month, it's not so easy to listen to them all. But for me personally, I try and listen to as much of my music as I can. But at the same time, it's more like, I might say, like a library almost. So it's like, if I want to put something on, just to know it's there, to be able to grab it, for me is really important. So it's bands that I know I'm going to like on the whole, and then it's bands that I haven't heard of but I'm waiting to hear. And so having them there stored up for me in the future is delightful. Rather than having to go to a playlist, I can grab something off the shelf, and it excites me. And it just depends what sort of mood I'm in, really, what I want to listen to. So sometimes I'll just go back to favourites over and over again, just because I love listening to them, and they're my favourite albums. So I don't feel beholden to the collection anyway, that I have to listen to like every single thing that's in my collection. Although I've listened to most of it, over the course of the sort of couple of years that I've had this, I've certainly probably got through sort of 90% of it plus. But then there are things in there, A, that are coming in all the time, and B, that I just haven't got around to yet. But they will. They'll get rotation and they'll get plays, but I like having it there, and so having this ability to thumb through all the shelves and pick out something that you really want and what you really are in the mood for, or that jumps off the shelf for that day. That's how I do it. So yeah, that's what I do. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you consume music during the day? Are you lucky enough that you can kind of listen to it during the day? I can't. I work in an office job. So from 9 to 5, I can't really have music going because I'm talking to clients, I'm talking to colleagues, I'm in meetings, I'm doing that sort of stuff. I'm on the phone, I'm doing, so I can't really have earphones in or anything like that during the day. But in the mornings, in the afternoons, and then at weekends is how I do it. But how do you do it? Let me know. So yeah, that's how I listen to my music collection during the day. Let me know in the comments how you listen to yours. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.